Second property of light, which called transmitting of light through different materials.
Transparent, translucent, and opaque objects. You can see that this container is made of steel. Can you see what is filled in this container? Here's another container made of glass. You can easily see through this container that is filled with chocolates. What makes the difference? Next, many of your friends use spectacles. If you look through these glasses, you're able to see things around you. Imagine if the glasses used in spectacles are replaced with paper. Can you now see through this paper? Why does this difference occur? We see an object when light from that object reaches your eyes. Spectacles consist of a material which allows the light to pass through them and reach your eyes. Such materials, which allow light to pass through them, are called transparent materials. But when we replace glass with paper, it does not allow the light to pass through and reach your eyes. Such materials, which do not allow light to pass through them, are called opaque objects. Now take a sheet of paper and put a few drops of oil on this paper. Now try looking at a light source through this oiled paper. What do you observe? You can see through it, but partially. This is because light is able to pass through this material only partially. Such materials, through which light is able to pass partially, are called translucent objects. Place a picture on a table. Now keep a glass filled with water on the picture. Next, try looking from the top of the glass. You can clearly see the picture kept below the glass because the water is a transparent material. Now place a glass filled with milk and try to see the picture kept below. You cannot see the picture. This proves that milk is an opaque material. Again, place another glass filled with honey. On looking through it this time, the picture is visible but not clearly. This is because honey is a translucent material. Next, try looking through different objects like spectacles, a book, metal, colored ruler, eraser, etc., and find whether they are opaque, transparent, or translucent.
احنا قلنا transmitting يعني ايه؟ مرور او نفاذ. الضوء بيمر وينفذ. هل الضوء بيمر وينفذ من كل الاجسام؟ لا طبعا. So light transmits through different material with variable degrees بدرجات متفاوتة ومختلفة. So materials can be classified according to their ability to transmit light into three types of material. المواد احنا نقدر نقسمها حسب قدرتها على ان الضوء يعدي منها لثلاث انواع من المواد. ايه هما؟ transparent materials, semi-transparent materials, and opaque materials. Semi-transparent materials ليها اسم تاني اسمه translucent. اسمه ايه؟ translucent. يبقى لو جاب لي في الامتحان وقال لي translucent ابقى عارف ان هو semi-transparent. نمسكهم واحدة واحدة. Transparent materials. What is the definition? What is meant by transparent materials? It is the material which allow most light to pass through and objects behind it can be seen clearly. يبقى transparent material المواد الشفافة بتعمل ايه؟
Here's another container made of glass. You can easily see through this container that is filled with chocolates.
لو انا عندي جسم شفاف زي ده او الزجاج او الازاز جلاس لايك جلاس، لو عرضت له، لو صوبت اليه ضوء، الضوء هيعدي ولا مش هيعدي؟ هيعدي because it allow most light. allow يعني يسمح. it allow most light to pass through. بيسمح لكل الضوء اهو، ما هو عشان ايه؟ transparent شفاف، بيسمح لكل الضوء انه يعدي منه. it allow most light to pass through. وايه تاني؟ and objects behind it can be seen clearly. الاجسام وراها بتظهر بوضوح. But semi-transparent materials allow some light to pass through. بيسمح ببعض الضوء بس إنه يعدي منه. And objects behind it can be seen less clearly. الأجسام وراها بتظهر أقل نقاء، بوضوح أقل. طيب.
Place another glass filled with honey. On looking through it this time, the picture is visible but not clearly. This is because honey is a translucent material.
Opaque material. Opaque material doesn't allow light to pass through. لا تسمح للضوء انه يعدي منها. And the objects behind it cannot be seen. ما بنقدرش نشوفها.
You can see that this container is made of steel. Can you see what is filled in this container? Now place a glass filled with milk and try to see the picture kept below. You cannot see the picture. This proves that milk is an opaque material.
طب عايز examples على الحاجات دي. examples على transparent material like air, like clear water, like clear glass. لازم تكون نقية وشفافة. طيب عايز examples على translucent أو semi transparent. حاجة اسمها frosted glass. اسمها إيه؟ frosted glass. يعني الزجاج المصنفر، الزجاج اللي عليه نقوش وكتابات. أي زجاج عليه نقوش أو كتابات يبقى semi transparent. تمام؟ وإيه تاني؟ والتيشو بيبر، المناديل. طيب الأوبيك بقى، الأوبيك ماتيريال، الأجسام المعتمة بقى زي إيه؟ wood, rocks, وولز، جدران، الصخور، الاحجار. تمام. الومنيوم فويل، ورق الالومنيوم اللي ماما بتفرشه على البوتاجاز. وايه تاني؟ والكارتون. ماشي.
Can we now see the objects outside the window? Nope, we can't. But the question is why? It's easy. Because the light from the outside of the window does not reach us. The wooden shutter blocks this incoming light. Such objects are called opaque objects, and they are very large in number. Almost everything around us is opaque if you think about it. Wood, metal, sheets, colored plastic, and so on. Now let's open the wooden shutters. Can you see something new? Yes, we see the surroundings through the glass. And I'm sure you know why. What has happened now is that we have a clear glass which allows light to pass through it, allowing us to see through it clearly. Such objects are called transparent objects. Earlier, the wooden shutter was opaque, and the opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them. Now look at this shelf which has a milky glass. Are we able to see what's inside? Well, we can't see the things clearly, but you do see something, right? You can probably guess that books are kept inside. Yes, milky glass allows light to pass through it, but only partially, and one can see some light coming through it. What is the difference between the two? While the objects like clear glass are called transparent objects, the objects which allow light to pass through it partially are called as translucent. We can easily think of examples of opaque objects. But can you think of other transparent or translucent objects? Yes, clean water, glass, clear plastic bottles, and air are all examples of transparent objects. Can you think of examples of translucent objects? Yes, butter, paper, thin sheet of plastic, milky glass are a few examples of translucent objects.
Our bodies are opaque materials. Our bodies are opaque materials. Why? ليه أجسامنا معتمة؟ ليه؟ لأنها إيه؟ أفتكر تعريف الأوبيك. Because it doesn't allow light to pass through. ما بيسمحش إن الضوء يعدي من. Because it doesn't allow light to pass through. طب سؤال تاني. Clear glass is a transparent material. Clear glass is transparent material. Why? Give reason. Because it allow light to pass through it. And the object can be seen clearly behind it. والأجسام بتظهر بوضوح من وراه. سؤال تالت. We cannot see through the foil sheet. Why? ليه ما بنقدرش نشوف من ورا الفويل شيت؟ It doesn't allow light to pass through. لأنه ما بيسمحش إن الضوء يعدي. وحاجة تانية. Because foil sheet is opaque material. لأنه جسم معتم ما بنشوفش الحاجة من ورا. صح كده؟ طيب. كده نكون انتهينا. أرجو تسمع المقطع مرة واثنين وثلاثة. إذا كان في حاجة مش واضحة قدامك ما تستناش واسألني فورا. إن شاء الله أجاوبك على طول. سواء تسألني هنا تحت الفيديو او تسألني على الجروب اللي هتلاقيه برضو موجود مع الديسكريبشن او الوصف بتاع الفيديو. كان معكم مستر محمد الصالح.